GCE panel.
Hello dear students, welcome once more back to the GCE panel online. In today's presentation, we are looking at June 2022 Pure Math Mechanics and Pure Math Statistics Paper 1. It will be very important for you to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be able to have access to the Paper 2 and Paper 3, without which you will not be able to watch. We are equally begging on you, our dear viewers, please share our videos, leave your likes, leave your comments. That's what's going to motivate us to make more videos for you. You can equally follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and so on. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, and interact with the community. God bless you as you prepare for your exams, and we hope that by the end of this week, we should have not less than 1,000 subscriptions from you. Share our content on Facebook. Question 21 reads, in the first set of these questions, we have looked at questions 1 to 20. So from here, we'll continue with questions 21 to 35. And from 36 to 50, we are going to separate into statistics and mechanics, because we know that the first 35 questions are the same for mechanics and statistics, that is, which is pure math. But from 36 to 50, we have mechanics section separate from the statistics section. So this question reads, some values of the function f are given in the table below. So these are the values you can see. Now use the trapezium rule and find the integral of f of x dx from 2 to 5. When they look for this integral, the value is approximately 68. Now they want us to use this idea to find the value of the constant k. First of all, the trapezium rule, you need to find the value of h. And h is given by the upper limit minus lower limit divided by number of ordinates minus 1. Okay? So upper limit is 5, lower limit is 2. Number of ordinates is 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of ordinates minus 1 will give us 4 minus 1. So our h is equal to 1. Now the trapezium rule is h over 2 into first term plus last term, that is f of the first term plus f of the last plus 2 times the sum of the rest. Okay? And when you do all of this, it's going to have k to be equal to 45. So you do all of this and equate to 68. Our k will be equal to 45. Okay. The key is D. Question 22. All right. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Question 22. Don't forget to share. If x1 is a first approximate root of the equation f of x equals 0, then by the Newton-Raphson's procedure, a second approximate root of this equation is given by, so the second approximate root is given by x2 is equal to x1 minus f of x1, or that on f prime of x1. Okay, so the first approximate root don't usually use x0, but here they've given x1, so we use it. Okay, so our key here is C. Question 23. A function f is defined by f of x equals 2x minus 3 on x plus 1, where x is an element of the set of real numbers, and x is not equal to -1. That's the domain of definition. The value of f inverse of 0 is, so we first of all need to look for f inverse. We start by saying that y, that is f of x is y. We now cross multiply. You have y into x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 3. We open out the brackets and simplify. We bring like terms together. And at the end, we will have x to be equal to minus into y plus 3, all that on y minus 2. So when we simplify this, what we're going to have, this one now is our inverse function. So f inverse of 0 now will be equal to, since our f inverse is equal to this, f inverse of 0 will be equal to negative into 0 plus 3, all that on 0 minus 2. And that gives us 3 on 2. All right, so that's what we have. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, you motivate us to do more. When you subscribe, click on this notifications bell as well. Leave your likes and share our videos on Facebook especially, and on WhatsApp groups in which you find yourself. This is going to motivate many more people to have access to this video so that we can help the community as much as possible. We know that the students are going through a lot at this time, so we are doing our best to make sure that we reach out to many students. But if this content is not being shared, people are not watching, they're not subscribing, they're not taking the click on notifications, then we will never be aware if what we are doing is actually useful for the students. So please put a smile on somebody's face today by sharing this video with this person and asking the people to as well to subscribe and to join our online classes. We're going to have free online classes as well as paid. Click and join us. Equally with past papers, you can get past papers from us by just going to our blog, this website that's written here, and you're going to have all these past papers for free. If you wish to buy as well, you can equally get to us. We equally have these pamphlets that we are selling in digital copy and in hard copy. Whatever form you want, you can always buy. Students always complain about money. You can buy the soft copy online and you have keep it as PDF in your phone. Okay, so whatever method of payment you want to use, we are always available. And why not? Why not donate to support our platform so that you motivate our community to do more work for you, because all this energy is being put to make sure that you enjoy and those who are coming after you. So guys, please share with us. If you currently have papers, pamphlets, or whatever books, you can share with us that we share with other students as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't wait to the end of the video. Do it now, because at the end of the video you will not remember. Okay, so thank you. We have already prepared the first part. We are in the second part, and after this we go to the last part. Whether mechanics or statistics, you are enjoying the same content. God bless you as prepare for your exams, and we wish you the best. So question 24 reads the values of lambda and mu for which the lines r equals that and r equals that intersect are. Now two lines intersect when we equate and get the values of lambda and mu. We are going to get the point of intersection. But since the two lines intersect, we equate the two lines by equating their components. So for the I component, we have 3 plus lambda for the first is equal to 4 minus mu. That's the I components. Now for the j components, we have minus 1 plus lambda, or lambda minus 1, is equal to 4 plus is equal to 4 all right, I think I left this one. I took the last components instead. No problem still. So you can equally just take the last components. However, for the second component, we have 4 plus mu. And for the last, or from these two, we can solve for lambda, and the values will be lambda equals 2 and mu equals -1. Looking at the last component, we have 1 minus lambda is equal to 1 plus 2 mu. So that's what we have here. So we have the I and K components here, not the J. This one here is supposed to be the K component. So our key here is B. Question 25. The number of ways of arranging 5 girls on a bench if the 2 left-handed girls must be together is. So the first thing you have to consider about this question is that since these 2 girls must be together, we first of all consider them as one girl. But in that one girl, there are 2 combinations. Either A sits to the left or B sits to the left. Okay, so we consider these 2 girls. First of all, we consider the 2 girls as one. So there are 4 girls. First of all, that's the first part of the solution here. So we have 4 ways, and these are the 4 ways. These are the 2 girls considered as one. So one girl, the second girl, the third girl, and the fourth. But equally with this one girl here, there are 2 other ways. There are 2 ways of arranging these girls here. So we have 1 times 2, so they're equally 2 ways. So we now have 2 ways times 4 ways, and that gives us 4 factorial ways times 2 factorial ways, which is equal to 48. Note that 4 factorial is 24 times 2, which is 48. Many people are going to take bet A for this question, or some people will just take something maybe like well, whatever. So this is a simple way of getting this question. I love this type of question so much. Question 26. Don't forget to subscribe before you watch paper 2 and paper 3.
GCE.
Yes, this is GCE panel, and you can now start buying your solutions online. Just go to this address and you can contact us on the WhatsApp button that you see on that page. So you can buy your pamphlets for 2010 to 2022, or from 2015 to 2022 online, or hard copy, and you can send to your location. Yes, welcome to the GCE Maths panel. Don't forget to share our contents, to like, and to join our classes online. All right, question 26 reads sine x plus pi on 6 minus sine x minus pi on 6 equals. So here we can just simplify this one. Okay, so this is going to give us sine x cos pi on 6 plus cos x sine pi on 6 minus, and then we simplify this one too. We simplify, and then at the end we bring the results together. We're going to have the same solution. You can equally use this rule that sine a plus b minus sine a minus b is equal to 2 sine b cos a, where here our a is x and our b is pi on 6. So using this rule to simplify as well, we are going to have 2 sine pi on 6 cos x, but sine pi on 6 is equal to a half. 2 times a half is 1 times cos x. We are left just with cos x. Sweet question. C. Like we said initially, don't just watch this stuff. You need to equally watch and solve. After watching like this, you need to take time and solve the question again, and then you can look at it, because sometimes students fail because they overlook or they minimize the paper 1, which is up to 20% of your exam, and they focus on part 2 50% and part 3 30%. What about the 20%? It has a very, very big impact on your results. So for you to actually make it, you should leave no stone unturned. Focus on everything. Answer all questions. We equally have our GCE panel mocks online. Answer these our questions, these our mock questions, before the regional mock comes up in the various regions in which you find yourself. We usually also try to answer most of these regional mocks. Before the GCE 2, we have our own GCE that we set. We call it the GCE panel model GCE. So get this our GCE, write it. Has helped so many students, and it's going to help you too. You can never answer a question and you come out blank or without something changing. So get these questions, answer them, and fortify yourself as you prepare for the GCE. Remember, do not be sleeping now. Start working. If you have not been working, you are supposed to have been working since. And if you have started working now, put in more effort. The GCE is not coming from space. Most of the questions are proposed by your teachers, or have been proposed by teachers over the years. Some will come from the questions in class that you did not want to answer. Some will come from the ones on the day that you missed. Some even come from the exams that you wrote in class, and even from some of the regional mocks. Some will just be modifications of past years. When you're answering the GCE, you always see questions of the previous years. For you to study, you study by answering questions after you have read your notes. If you study and you don't answer questions, you are not actually studying, you're just reading. And at the end, the GCE is going to show you Cameroon pepper, and you know the colors of this pepper. Question 27. The graph of y equals 4, all that on x squared minus 1 has. So we have done so much too on functions online. You can see our notes on functions, though we have mostly dedicated for the technical school students. Look at those graphs on functions, and you'll see most of these type of functions, rational functions. So this function like this is, first of all, a rational function. Now, for the vertical asymptotes, the denominator should not be equal to 0. So we inequate x squared minus 1 to 0. You solve for x, and you have x should not be equal to 1 and x should not be equal to negative 1. So the two vertical asymptotes are x equals 1 and x equals negative 1. Then for the horizontal asymptote, take the limit as x tends to infinity. As x tends to infinity, here you have 4 over infinity, which is equal to 0. So it has a horizontal asymptote equally at y equals 0. So those are the three asymptotes that it has. And our key here is D. Please look at our videos on functions. You can just type on YouTube GCE math panel. You type rational functions. Whenever I want to look for any of our videos, type GCE math panel or type GCE panel, and then you type whatever you're looking for, and you'll get to our videos. Okay. Question 28. Given the differential equation dy dx minus 2xy equals 0, if y equals 1 when x equals 1, then equally we have good news for teachers. We are working on an online workshop to teach teachers, not just teachers, if called students who are interested, and even business people, on how they can prepare videos, online videos like the ones you are preparing, and even more advanced qualities using the simple resources that they have. This seminar will be coming up very, very soon, and you'll be very good at. If you're already interested, you can go to our website at www.gcemathsmart.blogspot.com and leave your comments. If you're equally interested in starting up a small website, you can equally contact us. These seminars, apart from registration, is free. And the registration is not much, just 1,000 francs, and you can have a lot of materials and have access to most of our things online. Equally, for those of you who are interested in basic environment, those who are illiterate as far as the computer is concerned, Microsoft Word, you have no idea. PowerPoint, Excel, you have no idea. Please, in these our seminars, the next upcoming seminar too, we're working on this. We are encouraging teachers to join as much as possible, as well as even students, because the world is going digital and many people will be left behind very soon. So with this differential equation, they want us to solve and get the value of the constant k as well. So first of all, here I'm going to rearrange this thing into dy. I multiply all through by dx. So dy minus 2x y dx is equal to 0. I carry this other one to the right hand side. From here, I divide both sides by y. I'm going to have dy on y equals 2x dx, such that I have the x on the right hand side, the y on the left hand side. In this case, we say I have separated the variables. So this method of separating variables, I now apply my integral sign on both sides with the dy and the x are already there, so I just apply them. Now the integral of dy on y is the absolute value of y. This should be equal to the integral of 2x is x 2x squared on 2, which is x squared now plus the constant of integration c. According to this question, they want us to find the value of this c because they say when y is 1, x is 1. So I'll just apply this limit here. So the absolute value of y is equal to 1 squared plus c. Then the 1 is 0. So c here will give us negative 1. So from here, my equation now becomes the absolute value of y equals x squared minus 1. And y will be equal to e to the power x squared minus 1. So this is my differential equation. Our key here is A. Yeah, A. Guys, don't forget to subscribe as you watch this paper. You're going to watch the third part as well. And you need to be subscribed to watch paper 2 and paper 3. Some people say they're not seeing our videos online. Yes, you're not seeing them because you're not subscribed to our channel. Some of the videos we have made in such a way that if you're not subscribed, you cannot watch them. Please subscribe. Please share. We are begging on you. We are kneeling. We are crying. Tears coming out and even kata, so you can subscribe and share our videos. Thank you in advance. You will not see kata like this and cough and all these things, and you will sit quietly. Thank you as you share them. Thank you as you watch. We are waiting for you to join us online. We are waiting for you to then hear others to buy materials online. Visit our blog, get past questions and papers. Join us the upcoming seminars. Share the information about upcoming seminar. Ask questions and join us, because it's not just about studying. You equally have to have information about basic environment. So 29, the coefficient of x squared in the binomial expansion of that is, so we can use a shortcut, but I think we can equally go by actually expanding this. Expanding this will give us 1 plus a half into minus a half to the power 1 plus. So when we expand all of this, this is what we have. Okay. So here, when we have this x squared term now, the coefficient will be equal to a half into negative a half, all of that into a half, all squared, all that on 2 factorial, which is 2. So we are going to have negative 1 on 32. So that's the coefficient of x squared in this binomial expansion. Question 30, the coordinates of the point where the curve y equals 2x minus 3 and y equals x squared minus 2x intersect are. So how do you get the coordinates of these points? You just have to equate the y's, right? So when we equate the y's, we are going to have x squared minus 2x equals 2x minus 3. From here, you will have the quadratic x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals 0, which you can factorize, and the values of x will be x equals 1 or x equals 3. And from here, we look for y of 1 to have the point 1 minus 1, and y of 3 to have the point 3, 3. So these are the 2 points of intersection. The points 1 minus 1 and the points 3, 3. So guys, in our previous videos, some of you have complained that it's a bit too fast, though you can equally use YouTube to reduce the speed. But here we have decided to take our time and make sure that we extend as much as possible, because according to our normal timing, we should have already answered all of this paper. Not being at question 30 now, we should have already answered everything with this actual amount of time. Alright, question 31. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. The value of the constant k for which the summation from r equals 1 to infinity of that equals 10 is. So from what we are seeing here, summation from 1 to infinity, we know that this is a sum of infinity, or the sum to infinity, right? And the sum to infinity here is 10. Now they have not written the k here, it means they have omitted it. So with this type of questions, let's see what we do. So I've just said here that normally this numerator is supposed to be the k here, though it has not been written. So we assume that this numerator here is the k. Okay, so we can look for this value of k now. All right, so now from here, our first term, when r equals 1. When r equals 1, we will have k over 2 to the power 1 minus 1. 2 to the power 0, which is 1. So we just have k. Our first term is k. So as I've just said here, we assume that the thing is to be written like this. As you can see, the professor indicating to us, right? So in this type of questions, always use your head. The professor is talking to you there directly. All right. Don't forget to share, leave your comments, subscribe, click on notifications, and so on. Buy our past questions series and answers online. Join our online classes. Our seminar is upcoming. Diffuse the message to your teachers and all those who be interested, business people and even friends, you yourself. And from here, you can get a T2, which is equal to AR. When R is equal to 2, you have K over 2. And our third term, from here, since you already know that this is a geometric progression, T2 minus T1 is going to give us R, which is equal to a half. So our sum to infinity is given by the formula A over 1 minus R, right? So from here, you have K over 1 minus a half, which is equal to 10. And from here, our K is equal to 5. Can say the answer is there, right? So this is some sort of a typo. Most of these things happen. If you saw the first set from 1 to 20, there was an error to like this, which we adjusted. It does not mean that they're going to give you a free mark. They may decide not to give. Because sometimes you have to use your head. So when this happens, use your head. It's advanced level, it's not ordinary level that you're going to be arguing with somebody. All right, question 32. If a linear reduction of the relationship y equals a x to the power n produces the result log y equals 2 log x plus 1.3, then the approximate values of a and n are. So these are y equals a x to the power n. They have taken log on both sides, right? So our log y will be equal to, this is a product, right? Log a plus log x to the power n. But log x to the power n will be equal to n log x. Now, this is identical to what has been given. When they took log, this is what they had. They had 2 log x plus 1.3. So from here, equating coefficients log y is equal to log y. 2 log x is equal to n log x, so n is equal to 2 from here. And log a is equal to 1.3. N equals 2, and a equals, so from here, our a will be equal to 10 to the power 1.3, which is equal to 20. Because log a is equal to 1.3, therefore a is equal to 10 to the power 1.3, which is 20. Our key here is B. Question 33. Guys, we're equally calling on you to follow our notes online. We have video lessons for you in mathematics to prepare you. We equally have what you call the GCE revision series or tutorials, which has season 1, season 2, and season 3. Season 1 is pure math. Season 2 is math statistics, and season 3 is math mechanics. I don't know if I've switched season 2 and season 3, but these seasons are there actually to prepare you fully to prepare for your GCE. We have other subjects that are coming up, and this is actually a blessing to all of you. Guys, stick to our channel, subscribe, share not just on Facebook and WhatsApp, share on other platforms. Share where you know that there are students. Share where you know that there are communities gathered so they can have access to these videos, and equally you motivate us to make more, to help you and help those who be coming after. These videos are not only important for students, but for teachers as well. Can equally be used at any time in your career to help you. So this is not just a matter of seeing that you subscribe or get knowledge. It is equally to promote the work of the panel, which is here to foster education, to help students who are in serious difficulty, not just in this nation, but globally, at a level that can make their life to change in seconds. So the complex number z in the form a plus bi, for which 1 minus 2i times z is equal to 3 minus I is. So here we just have to divide both sides by 1 minus 2i. We multiply numerator and denominator on the right hand side by the conjugate of the denominator, and then we simplify by opening brackets. And when we do that, our result will be equal to 5 plus 5i on 5, which is just equal to 1 plus I. So you can see that the result is there, C, 1 plus I. Question 34, the value of a for which the quadratic equation 2x squared minus 6x plus 3a equals 0 has equal roots is. For equal roots, b squared minus 4ac should be equal to 0. For real and distinct roots, b squared minus 4ac should be strictly greater than 0. And for complex or imaginary roots, b squared minus 4ac should be strictly less than 0. You know all of this. Now let's apply for equal roots. So our b here is negative 6 squared minus 4 times our a, which is 2, times our c, which is 3a, should be equal to 0. So we have 36 minus 8 times 3 minus 24a equals 0. And from here, a is equal to 36 on 24, which is 3 on 2. So the value of d is 3 on 2. This second to the last question for this second part of it. As we have said, we have questions 1 to 20, which is for mechanics and statistics, questions 21 to 35, which is for statistics and mechanics as well. But from question 36 to 50, we have separate one for mechanics and separate for statistics, because at this point the two groups divide. Those who are doing mechanics go for mechanics, those who are doing statistics go for statistics. The papers are written 770 and 765. They are the same up to question 35 for paper 1. In paper 2, the papers are the same, then they divide again in paper 3. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, click on the notifications, share it, leave your comments. You can visit our blog to get past questions. Join our online live classes. You can pay if you want a special class or you want to join the ones who are having special classes. Take our upcoming mock. Our mock is already there. Should be there by the 24th of February. Take the mock before the regional mock comes on in your various regions. If you're interested in buying our materials in any region, just place your order. If you're a teacher and interested in our work, you can make contact with us, that we see how we can supply, and then while you have your commission, we have ours too. Thank you so much, and we wish you the best as you prepare for exams and as you prepare students too for exams. So the integral from 1 to 2 of x on 1 plus 2x squared dx is, so this particular integral, what should we observe? If you look at this, you have to do some sort of balancing. If you look at our tutorials online, our video tutorials online on integration, you see that this is a rational function. And if you differentiate this denominator, you're going to have 4x. So if I multiply the numerator by 4, it will become the derivative of the denominator, but I'm going to change something. I'm going to change the equation, which is not be good. So I have to do some sort of balancing, okay? So I'll multiply the numerator by 4, okay? And then multiply outside the integral sign by 1/4. So that's that I've not changed the equation, because 1/4 times 4 is 1. So I've not changed it, right? So now the derivative of this denominator here, which is 4x equals the numerator, I can now apply my ln. So 1/4 ln, absolute value of the denominator. Now here, if you see, this 1 plus 2x squared is always positive. So this is the place where I can decide not to put this absolute value sign, because 1 plus 2x squared will always be a positive number. Okay? If there are times that a number, the integral can be positive or negative, you are forced to put the integral sign. But if you have seen that it's always going to be positive, there is no need to put, you can just put the bracket. Okay? So that's the difference between the absolute value and the brackets when you're doing integration. When and when not to. When you must and when you can decide. So this gives us ln 1 plus 2 times 2 times 2, that's ln 9 minus ln 1 plus 2 times 1 times 1. Okay? So that ln 9 minus ln 3 is ln 3. So I have 1/4 ln 3. So this way we come to the end of this second part, and we continue from 36 to 50 with mechanics separately and statistics separately. Have you subscribed that you are watching this video? You have been watching our videos every day. Have you subscribed? How many times have you shared? Have you shared on Facebook, WhatsApp, and other platforms? How are you encouraging us to make more? People complain every day, we need more videos, we need better. Have you subscribed? If you're not subscribed, then you're not encouraging us, because we are not seeing your comments. We are not seeing your subscriptions. You have not clicked on notifications. You don't share our videos. You don't even like them. So it does not motivate us to make more. And for some time now, we have not really been making many videos because we have been looking at the community bit. The more you share this, if you can have up to 100 or 200 or 300 subscribers in the next 2 to 3 days, then I assure you, you will see many more videos that will be coming out. So we are counting on you. Please subscribe and share. Thank you so much, and see you shortly in 36 to 50.
GCE panel.